on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a look at AEW Jazz Warriors Unmatched Series 12, featuring Juice Robinson, Jon Moxley, the Luminaries Ric Flair, Roderick Strong, and Mercedes Moné. If you are interested in grabbing this set, it is now available and shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. And you guys shop there. Use promo code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. Today we're going to take a full deep dive into the full set review and look at all these figures. But let's start off by looking at these each individual figure in their packaging. All right, so here we have Juice Robinson and Jon Moxley. Of course, for the Unmatched, you have the blue backing with the silver on the top. Juice looks really great in this green attire, very toyetic. Comes with the glasses and the interchangeable hand. As far as Jon Moxley, I don't know how I feel about that shirt or the face. We'll see once we get it out of the box. See, he comes with a bunch of interchangeable hands. For the packaging, you're going to get the image of each wrestler. Flipping over to the side here, I'll get the AEW logo. Flipping all the way around, the image and the figure number and series. And a quick look at the back for these two figures. Here we have Roderick Strong and Mercedes Moné. Again, for the packaging, you'll see the image of each wrestler. Roddy comes with the neck brace as well as the glasses. We'll bring him up real close so you can see how he looks in the packaging. Looks really good. Additionally, this CEO, Mercedes Moné, I will be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of hers, but this figure does look pretty good. You can see all the gold and white. She comes with the cuffs on her hands as well as the glasses. For the packaging on the side, AEW logo. Flip it all the way to the other side, the image of each wrestler, and also the back of this card. And I'm sure this will be the most popular figure from the set. We have the Luminaries Collection Ric Flair. This is the first AEW Jazz Warriors Ric Flair figure since he's left Mattel. There is a Chase variant. I believe he does have a blue robe. Would love to get my hands on that. I'm sure that'll be tough to come by. But if we get this really sparkly pink and silver robe, looks really good. A few interchangeable hands for the strut. Look at the awesome image of Flair here. Love the blue kind of foil on the top for the Luminaries Collection. We'll bring him in real close. I don't know how I feel about the head sculpt. Obviously, we'll get him out of the box and we'll go full on in depth with it. But on the side, you'll have the AEW logo. Get the image of Flair as well as the figure number and series. And the carding on the back. But enough chatting. Let's get through this full set review and take a look and see if these were worth the purchase. We're starting off with Juice Robinson. So the only accessory as far as interchangeable hands go, you'll get one interchangeable hand. He does have the gun hand on one hand as well as another kind of like mic open holding hand you can see there. But this figure does look really great. He does have these removable sunglasses, but you can see it on the figure. Looks really good. You'll take them off here. Decent likeness. I mean, I don't think that looks awful. I actually do like the way that looks. You will see the big kind of hair. I believe he cut his hair right now. I haven't really watched a lot of AEW as of late, but I believe he did change his look. But this figure looks pretty sick. Again, if you want a close-up of the head sculpt, take a look at the vest. You will see the zippers on here, all the different designs. Looks really good. Zippers on the top. Just plain black on the back. He does have the hand tape. Man, these pinned arms are just not my cup of tea. I feel like every time I see a Jazz Warriors figure, I'm just like, can we just go to pinless at this point? Because you're doing it with the Supremes. The price of these figures are up. They're like $24 at Target now. So it would be nice to see if that can be an upgrade. But they are doing great stuff here. But one thing I'm noticing, you will see the torso has a different shade than the arms and the lower abdomen. This has kind of been an issue with AEW Jazz Warriors, where the top torso and lower torso colors are a little off, but that doesn't look great, to be honest, pointing out to you guys. He will have the orange belt here, but look at the pants, man. These look really sick and toyetic, man. The colors, like, kind of like 3 different colors. Like, there's red in there, there's green, there's yellow. This looks really, really good. No doubt about that. They did a good job on this figure. You see all the designs here. Look at the side, all the way in the back, man. Just really nicely done. So I feel like they are really stepping up their game. They do have just the black boots here for Juice. If you guys want to go through the articulation, the head will actually popped off a little easier than I wanted to, but we'll fully rotate. He's got the beard, kind of gets in the way. The arms will go fully around. They go up and down. Mine's a little stiff actually, but they will supposedly go up and down, and I'm going to have to heat that because I'm not going to mess with that. You get the bicep cut, double jointed elbows, hands do rotate and hinge. You do get the diaphragm joint, looks down about there. Back about there. Not much on the waist swivel, very minimal. The split's pretty good. Kicks up really good. Does have a thigh cut, double jointed legs. You do get the shin cut, which is always nice. The feet don't really have too much articulation here because of the pants. They don't really rock too well side to side, but all in all, I think this figure does look really nice. Moving along to Roderick Strong, so he does not come with any interchangeable hands. You'll see Roddy does come with his neck brace as well as a set of glasses. There is a tie to keep these glasses on in the packaging, so we can go ahead and remove that. But taking the glasses off, you can see how the head sculpt looks. We'll zoom in for you guys. Decent likeness of Roddy. I do like the hair. A little bit of the schmutz here on the nose, but that should come off with a little bit of cleaning. If you guys want to take a quick look at these glasses on the figure, kind of like translucent. This neck brace does come off, as you guys can see there, just velcros on the back. Here's a better look at Roddy here. Again, you'll see that the coloration on the torsos is a little different, but at least the arms match. Does have the logos here on his red trunks, which look really nice. You'll see Strong on the back. The black wrist tape. He does also come with the black elbow pad. I do like when they paint the black underneath and then put the knee pads over. I feel like that always does add a little something extra to the figure. You'll see the plain black boots for Roddy here. But let's zoom out. Let's take a look at this articulation. The head will fully rotate. He looks up pretty good. Looks down really good. The articulation on Jazzwares figures are really fun, I will say. The arms will go fully around. His arms, not as stiff as Juice. That actually moves up pretty well. You get the bicep cut, double joint elbows, hands rotate and hinge. You get the diaphragm joint. You can get some good poses for him. Looks pretty good. Goes pretty far back. Pretty good forward. Again, waist swivel is minimal. You get the splits here. Doesn't take up too high, about there. There is a thigh cut, the double jointed elbows, or excuse me, knees. There is a boot rotation, and the feet do go up and down, and they also do rock side to side. So this Roddy looks nice as well. I will say I'm noticing like a little bit of a giraffe neck syndrome, depending how you place them. I guess that is due to the neck brace that they're trying to like really kind of hide that. And I'm noticing there's some black on his ears. You guys can see that here. So it looks like maybe the glasses kind of, I don't know, pulled some paint off or what, or just because they're painted black maybe. You'll see a little bit here. I figure the camera's gonna catch it, but there's a little paint missing right there on the inside. Looks like that may have come off on the ears. That's an easy cleanup, but I did want to point that out for you guys. We are moving on to Jon Moxley. I feel like you can't say his name without saying it that way, right? So he does come with the most interchangeable hands from this set. You'll get a set of these kind of like mic open holding hands. You see, he will have the tattoo on his hands on the inside here. We'll zoom in if you guys want a better look at that. You'll see the tattoo on the inside of his hand. The camera can't pick that up, and it's a little small, but I do like when they do stuff like this. Great attention to detail. You'll see them on his hands as well. You get a pointing finger for Mox as well. It does have the tattoo on it here. Additionally, well, this actually, I was going to say, what other hand had the 513 on there? It is on both hands, so I do like that. He does come with the fisted hands. Does that have the... Yes, it does, man. It does also have the tattoo on there. Additionally, Mox comes with this kind of sweatshirt. I don't know if I like the way it looks. It's a little baggy on him. You'll see Death Jiu-Jitsu on it. The head sculpt itself is I mean, I feel like I don't know if it's the paint application. I feel like we've seen this head before and it's looked a little better. It just looks too cartoony for me. I don't really like how this sweatshirt is sitting. Just, like I said, it looks a little baggy. It does Velcro on the back. Question staining. Doesn't look like it. They are now switching to this white on the interior of these shirts. So I'm so proud of Jazzwares for finally fixing that. Was such a big issue, man, right? I get it happens from time to time. Sometimes it's just unavoidable, but it was like every figure was coming with staining. I don't see any on his arms at all. I don't see it on his back. So kudos Jazzwares for addressing that. I appreciate it. Like I said, I feel like they are improving drastically. They are doing such a better job. But you'll see again, the head sculpt, not the best. It does have the chest hair. I really do like that. It has the tattoos on his arms as well and on his hands. These arms just look a little scrawny on this body. And I always felt like Mox was just too damn tall. You'll see his tights has different designs here. BCC. You'll see the Mox logo with the blood. Course, always bloody. Kind of a little bit of a shine to the pants. He's got these big like camo boots as well. So let's go run through the articulation. Head will fully rotate. Looks up really good. Looks down about that much. The arms will go fully around as well as up and down. Get the bicep cut. Double joint elbows. Hands do rotate and hinge. You'll get the diaphragm joint again. Great articulation for Jazzwares. Not much on the waist. Does the splits about there. It's just, these legs just look so long. Kicks up about there. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. You get the boot cut. The feet do hinge up and down. They do rock side to side. I mean, they've done some really nice Mox figures, but I don't know. Something's always just about the scale throws. I mean, look at, this is a Mattel Elite. Dean Ambrose. Look how much shorter he is. I know this is a different scale, but significantly taller. I would really, really like to see them at this point kind of scale him down just a bit. Moving right along, we have the CEO, aka the boss, whatever she was before in the past. We have Mercedes Moné. I will not sugarcoat it. I'm not a fan of hers at all. It just is what it is. My personal opinion. You know, I try to stay, unbiased. And I will for this review as far as this figure goes, but I'm not a fan, man. Sorry to say it. I may get some hate for it, but I'm going to admit it. I just don't like her. For various reasons, but we'll not get into that. The figure itself looks freaking awesome. I will say that. So she does not come with any interchangeable hands or anything, but she does have her like boss hands. You'll see the cuffs on here, like the word life for John Cena. You'll see it also fits really nicely on those hands. Look at that. Looks really good. She does have the necklace. She has the removable glasses. Look at the white and gold. This just really does pop, man. You'll see even the boots. Just some great detailing to this figure. This wraps all around. You'll get the gold. She even has the All Elite CEO in the hair. Phenomenal job. This looks really, really good. Let's go ahead and remove those glasses. A little rough once you take the glasses off. I can see the likeness, like from this angle, straight on, not so much, right? From here and on the side, I can see it. She's got a little bit of a, that kind of like cocky look to her. But I think with the glasses, she definitely does look a little better. Again, you'll see the dollar signs on the front of her hair, just to show you a look. And you can also, if you want a quick close-up of that necklace, look at that. Looks really good. Love the gold. Articulation-wise, let's go ahead and do it. Not much with... the head will rotate with the hair. I guess not. I thought it would get a little stuck with the necklace and hair, but actually will fully rotate. Looks up and down, not too much. Arms will go fully around. You get the up and down motion. She gets a bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Hands do rotate and hinge. And in case you're wondering, these do come off her hands. She does actually even have painted on nails. So kudos to Jazzwares. They like I said, this feels really nice in hand. She has a little rotation here at the diaphragm joint, more at the waist for the female characters. Again, she's got this kind of like tie around here, which can hinder articulation, maybe just a bit. Splits not too high, kicks up about there. Get the thigh cut, double jointed knees. She also does have a shin cut. These high heel boots make me wonder if she's going to be able to stand. Sometimes I feel like those type of figures can be a pain in the butt. They do go up and down, not much rocking side to side, but I will say this figure actually does look phenomenal if you're a big Mercedes Moné fan. Our last figure articulate is the AEW Luminaries Ric Flair. I feel like this is going to be the most popular figure from the set. So he does come with a set of mic open holding hands. He does have the finger tape on each hand. He has the kind of like strut hands on there, or his hands out when he does his pose with a robe. Without a doubt, that's the pose I would go with. And look at this head sculpt. I will say it's not the best likeness to Flair. I can see it to an extent. It looks a little bit cartoony. You'll see a little bit of a gap kind of like up top where the hair piece should sit on the face. But all in all, I think it's pretty solid. I do like the kind of big hair for the era Flair here. You'll see how it looks like on the back. The robe itself looks phenomenal. Look at the soft goods here. Look at the sparkles. You'll see the sparkles kind of coming off on my hand a little bit. Look at these the soft goods around the cuffs here. He does have the tie on the front. It always worries me to open these robes because I feel like I'll never be able to get them tied nicely. But look, you'll see nature on the back. Look at all these nice sparkles. I love this. This looks really, really good. Is it better than the Mattel Ultimate Edition? That we'll see when we compare. But let's go ahead and open the robe up. Just ties in the front. I believe it is sewn into the robe, which is really nice. This feels really premium. Again, there is a chase variant in the blue, so that is another figure to look out for. I would love to grab that. I feel like Flair figures are going to be very popular with the AEW line. It'd be nice to get a Supreme, right? That would be awesome if we can get a Supreme Flair. I don't know what looks they can make, but you guys want to see the inside of the robe? Looks really, really nice, man. This came out really well. Like I said, it feels very premium. And here's Flair. He does have the red trunks with the kind of like two-tone knee pads here. There's like red and white. He does have the kind of like tannish boots with the RF. There's blue soles on the bottom. The hands, I will say, you can see him like doing his little strut. I will say they are a tad too small. Just looking at, I don't know, what do you guys think? Look a little tad too small to me. But the torso choice, I think, is okay. I think it's a decent size. It's kind of like he had that bigger like pecs and kind of a little bit flabbier on the bottom. But all in all, I like it. Very simplistic as far as his ring gear, as it should be. But the figure itself looks good. The head actually doesn't look too big with that big hair on this body. Like I said, I would love to see a Supreme. But let's actually bring in the Ultimate Edition Flair. If you guys want to see how he looks as far as just the aesthetics. I mean, the hair itself and the face, I think I'll give the edge to Mattel. Just looks a little bit more like Ric Flair, a little more lifelike. Torso-wise, I think Mattel. And I just feel like Mattel just makes such a good product. It's hard to beat. You'll see even the two-tone coloration issue with the AEW figures, kind of an issue. But if you guys want some comparisons as far as the body sizes between the Mattel Ultimate and the Jazzwares figure here. But let's go through the articulation for Flair. The head will fully rotate. Looks up. Not too much. The hair kind of hinges. It does look down a little bit. The arms do go fully around. Stiff on the up and down on mine. That's a bunch of my figures. Probably have to heat them. Double jointed elbows. There is also the bicep cut, but the double jointed elbows. Hands will rotate and hinge. Again, to get the diaphragm joint. A little bit waist swivel. Does the splits really good. Kicks up really good. Thigh cut. Double jointed legs. Boot cut. They go up and down, and they also rock side to side here for the Nature Boy. For your Ric Flair comparisons, here we have a few different figures. We have the Ultimate Edition made by Mattel. You'll see how he looks like with obviously some different heads. You got the Woo head and the smiling head. The ring gear versus the robe. If you guys want to bring both these robes out, these are both premium robes. I think I'm going to give the slight edge to Mattel. I mean, the Jazzers one looks great. Obviously, it's a slightly different era, right? You also do have the Defining Moments Ric Flair, and this is a custom Ric Flair. I swapped the head from one of the Elites, the WCW one, and used the blue robe from the WrestleMania figure versus Shawn Michaels, but just some different Ric Flair looks to compare with this Jazzers. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know all your thoughts on these brand new AEW figures, and if you're looking to add them to your collection. While you're at it, please don't forget to turn on those notification bells to stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my YouTube channel. So let's get into it. My full kind of thoughts on this full wave. We'll obviously rank them at some point. We'll start off with Juice Robinson. This figure is really nice. I do really like his attire. I love he comes with the vest, the sunglasses, the hair. A little bit of an outdated look, but it does look really nice. Mercedes Moné, also no real complaints. The figure is phenomenal from head to toe. The hair, the gold, the white, even the cuffs on her hands. She's even got the painted nail polish. This figure looks really, really great. Small minor gripe when you take the glasses off. The likeness to her face sculpt could be a little better, but not awful. Ric Flair is phenomenal. I love the figure. The robe is great. Head sculpt could be a little better. The body choice was, I think it does fit for Flair. I would love to see this as a Supreme. Moxley, I'll be honest, not too crazy about it. I feel like the head sculpt does not look good. The shirt, I don't like the look of it. And he's just too damn tall, even with these other figures. Roddy looks great. I feel like the great likeness of the face and the hair. I love the red attire. It looks really good. The neck brace. The only thing is he does have a little bit of a giraffe neck syndrome. And a little bit of that paint came off the glasses. So with that being said, let's rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. The criteria is based on how big a fan I am of the character, the execution, and how excited I was for it. So number 5 being my least favorite figure from this set, easily Jon Moxley. I just feel like they've done so many other better Moxes. I get why he's in this set. Probably low cost as far as the deco. But definitely not my favorite. At number 4, I'm going to go with Roderick Strong. I feel like the figure looks great, but I will have to go with number 3 being Juice Robinson. The figure is just really toyetic, looks really nice, and this was a tough wave to rank. This is actually a really solid set. Number 2, pains me to say, Mercedes Moné. The figure looks great, just really pops. If you're a fan of hers, this will definitely pop on your shelf. And I'm biased. I'm gonna go Ric Flair number 1. I just really like this figure. Am I disappointed it's not a Mattel? Yeah, I'll admit I'm a Mattel fan. That's the main brand I collect. Would I rather have Mattel making Ric Flair figures? Absolutely. But would I rather have Ric Flairs being made than not being made? Yes. So I will take the Jazzwares figures. Hopefully we'll be getting a few more obscure looks. It would be nice to add to the collection until I'm sure eventually he'll make his way back to the Mattel line. If you are interested in any of these figures, they are now available and shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. And you guys shop there, use promo code FORLIFE to save 10% off your order. Before you go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you again for your continued support. I'll catch you all in the next video review.